Bet Online, Salute to Troy podcast. We're back with my man Phil.
He's good.
I just want to let you guys know on Saturday I had to talk Phil off of a ledge. Phil was not happy on Saturday, not at all. And I would tell you this, Phil. The one thing I did forget, and I'm not sure if I said it, and I believe I did say it because I normally watch the show. Corvallis is a tough place to play, and I feel like I mentioned that. Corvallis is tough to play, and Lincoln Riley found out that Corvallis was tough to play. There was an article that came out, and he said he underestimated the crowd that was going to show up in Corvallis. And if you saw, the Reser Stadium was loaded.
Rocking.
It was loaded. And I think Oregon State might lose 2 more games in this season, but because they got to play Oregon, they got to play Washington, they got to play Washington, so they might lose three more games. But that product that Oregon State put on the field, I hope they're able to keep that product because they're on an uptrend, which is great. And man, at the end of the day, when you get to watch conference football like that, oh man, it's great. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It definitely is. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's. I was a little worried, but at the end of the day, I had to remember this is a rebuild for the Trojans, and they're ahead of schedule. You know what I mean? National. I will say I mean ahead of schedule. They're the number 6 team in the nation. I didn't expect them to be number 6. You know what I'm saying? They have multiple players on awards list, watch list. I didn't expect that. I'm a fan, but I'm a realist, I guess you could say. So I'm not going to sit up here and act like they were just going to come out and win a national championship. So in that sense, they're ahead of schedule, right? But
so you say ahead of schedule, and I'll say they don't control where everybody else ranks them. Now, when we looked at the schedule, I had to say that they are exactly where I thought they would be. I thought that they had a tough game. Their toughest game was Oregon State, and I didn't see that coming. I thought their toughest game up to this point was going to be Stanford. And I thought that they could beat them. And when they beat them, were they going to beat Rice? I knew Rice was getting blown out. I expected Fresno State to lose. Stanford they got on. Oregon State was a tough victory. But having looked at that and then look at the rest of the schedule, did I expect them to be undefeated at this point? Yeah, I did. They had enough offense to get it done.
Yeah. And we talked about it in our camp show. All right, at this point, they should win these games. But like you said, you can't control the rankings. But I didn't expect them to be top 10 like that. I didn't expect them to be. And I always say the biggest thing is, can they finish games? They're finishing games, right? You know what I mean? And like I said last week, this is like a pop quiz. And to me, that was the perfect thing, because normally when you get a pop quiz, you're like, oh shit, I'm not ready. You know what I mean? Yeah. You got to put your best foot forward, and you have to remember a bunch of stuff and try to pass the pop quiz. And that's what happened. They went into Corvallis, and they take that plane ride. Like I said, they land in Eugene. They take that bus ride. And it's like a bunch of nothing. You make that left turn, head down into Corvallis, and those fans show up, man. And I don't think they were ready for it mentally, which is fine. I will say this. They withstood adversity. And when I talk to some of my friends that I play with, they were all impressed because they withstood adversity, and they all said the same thing. Corvallis is a tough place to play, right? So for people to panic, oh, we're okay. You know what I mean? We're still okay. They played a tough game, right? Everybody's gonna play a tough game. So right. Here's the thing I think separates them. And who thought we'd be talking about this? Here's the thing that I think separates them from other teams of their caliber. They have 14 turnovers. That's what separates them. And they always do this. They make a stop when they need to make a stop. When it's time to make a stop, they make a stop. and they got the ball back into their playmakers' hands, and they were able to put a drive together. That's all that matters. Like, every time it's time for the Trojan defense to make a stop, they make a stop. They rank 63 overall in, like, total defense. They're, like, number 70 in, like, yards per play. Like, like that's not great. It's not bad. There's 100-something teams in the NCAA. But they're number 1 in turnovers. They're, like, number 10 in pass defense. So, like, and number 1 in interceptions. Like, so they know. Here's the funny thing. They're, like, number 15 in points per game. They only give up 18 points a game, right? So, like, I was wrong about Alex Grinch's defense.
I'm still not going there, but I've been pleasantly impressed and surprised.
Okay.
I'm still not going there.
Those
other numbers that you mentioned are marginally better than where I thought they would be.
Now here
I won't say marginally. They are better. They are, and as crazy as it sounds, with being something like 60th in total 63rd in total defense, and 70th in yards or something like that. That's about where I thought they would be.
Now, you wouldn't know the irony in total defense, they're 63. Oklahoma's 62.
I've been amazed by Oklahoma's offensive capabilities, to be honest with you, with the points they're putting up without Lincoln Riley.
Well, they got Gillen. They got, what's his name? Dylan Gabriel.
I want you to know something. So
what's that?
How long it took you to think of his name is exactly my point.
Well, he was at UCF and he put up like 400 yards of offense by himself one time. He was pretty good. And he had a tough knee injuries, transfer portal, all that stuff. Anyway, so, I mean, offensively, I will tell you this. Fresno broke the key. Fresno, like, exposed SC, and we kind of talked about it. We said they really can't handle the edge pressure. Oregon State gave a lot of edge pressure, and they were like, well, it's Caleb Williams' fault. It's kind of hard when you got somebody coming at you consistently. And Oregon State brought a lot of edge pressure, and I think that was the difference. That was the difference in their play, on top of Corvallis and things like that. But, I mean, everybody's due for a bad game. The only thing is, and I don't know for sure, but, you know, there's a lot of bias against the West Coast and those type of things. I think that kind of hurt his Heisman race. You know what I mean? Like, he's not Caleb Williams isn't on the watch list for Heisman race and things like that. But hopefully he does get on there and he gets the respect he deserves, because he's still damn good to me, if you ask me.
And so because of that, I think we touched on it. I'm trying to remember if I was talking to you or somebody else. No, I was talking to my guy yesterday. I would put Oregon State in the same category for Caleb Williams as Texas was for Bryce Young, because Texas had no business being in that game with Alabama, and yet they almost beat them. In fact, a lot of us would say they were one missed tackle away from losing. Alabama was one missed tackle away from losing. Because if Bryce Young gets sacked on that corner blitz with that very same edge pressure that you were talking about, we're having a completely different conversation.
I could go deeper on that one. Texas should have won that game. The referees blew the call on the safety. They should have been intentional grounding. And Texas should have won by one. That's neither here nor there, though. This is the Trojan show.
Like I said, when you talk about the Heisman campaign, if you're going to just turn around and all of a sudden just assume that Bryce Young is in line for it, well, Bryce Young and Caleb Williams just had the same freaking game. Yeah,
no doubt. And when it was time to perform, Caleb Williams performed, and he got his team on that plane with a win. They're 4-0. They're now the 6th team in the nation, right? So I agree with you. That is actually a good point.
Every championship team survives a scare. A couple
100%.
of them.
100%. So let's do this. We got what we always got every week. This is what makes us better than the rest. We got film. You want to start offense or defense first?
Let's get to the offense.
All right.
I'd like to rewatch what happened and figure out what exactly it was.
Yeah, we got to rush through this stuff. Not rush through it, but we got to cover a lot because we got some Arizona State film on here. Sorry we weren't with you guys on Tuesday. Life happened. And, I mean, at the end of the day, I still got bills to pay and I had to work. So If you don't like it, get over it.
We here, brother. That's all. That's all. We giving it to you as best we can. Like you 100%. Said, life happens.
I will say this. Our man Travis Dye is showing up this year. Travis Dye is now on the Doak Walker watch list. Our man Travis Dye is showing up. There's the power, and there it is. What did I say? Run power, run power, run power. First play of the game, power out the gate. You can't beat that.
When you can run power like this, you can win football games.
So this is my issue. Run it again. Like, you have the numbers. I'm going to try to rewind it.
Now, for starters, my first question is who ends up getting that football and why? Oh, because of the under coverage. That's why.
Yeah,
he still could have lobbed it over his head.
But my thing is, you just got out the gate, right? You just got out the gate on power, and they give you the exact same look. Run it again. Like run it again. Like, Caleb Williams doesn't have to always do it, right? I understand the shot, but run it again.
Yes, and off of that lineup, look at that. I personally, if it was me, I'd have been switching the play right then and there, because that center did nothing, block nobody. If he slides out there and hooks that linebacker on the way out, there once again, there's nobody there for at least 20 yards.
So now they go a 6-man. Well, they go 5-man box again. They pass again, 2nd and 10. Caleb Williams uses his legs. Not happy with these play calls right now by Lincoln Riley. You know what I mean? That shift means nothing to me. Run power. Run power. You have the numbers.
What is he doing? He cut the wrong way, too. He needed to take that back up off the center's inside hip and take that up the field.
Man.
So
all right.
This is why we watch film, because when you're watching the game, you're like, oh, my God.
There it is. There's the edge pressure. They brought it at the right time. You got 3rd and long. We just going to bring it off the edge because we know you can't block edge pressure. They don't have enough. They brought 7, and I think they brought 7, and it's not enough to block. All right, 4th and 6. They're going to go for it. They're on their own yard line. It is what it is.
Where's his route? Ooh, why is he coming in the middle of the field? That was not the route. He should have broke that and took that to the flag, to the flag or the corner. He can't. That far receiver up top. See, he threw to Addison. I think this is Addison coming down. They slid. Once he slid down, that should have been an outside route because he maintained inside leverage. Now, I know why they didn't, because they ended up switching it, but with no safety help over the top, your X receiver is the one who should have been running the out route or the up or a flag where nobody was at. The safety wasn't going to get. Look at that hole. Now, if I recall correctly, doesn't Travis Dye have almost 350 yards in the last 2 games on the ground?
Something like that. He's hit over 100. He's hit over 100 yards every game in the last 3 games, and he has his average is like 6.4 yards a carry. 2nd and 11. So we know we're going to see pass here. Oh no! Hand it off. There you go. Go. Woo! That's just outside zone. Boom. Hook. Go. I love that. And he's like, dang, I just missed.
About 20 yards short of 28 yards short of 300 in the last 2 weeks.
That's still big time, though.
Or he had 133, excuse me. So that's 235 yards in the last 2 games. That's huge.
Yeah. And we said he was going to be a key factor.
Yeah. And he has been. And he's been all that and more. And I was hard on that young man early, and that young man has gone out there and done his thing. Something about that red and gold that is just elevating him to the next level. Great catch by Jerry's boy right there.
Yep. He makes big plays when you need him to make a big play too.
He's the garbage man.
Yep. There it is. Another rush. Boom. Man, the 1-2 punch by SC right now is just, man, it's just amazing.
is nice, and they're still
Split
doing
zone.
this fullback.
I think that was the tight end that came back, but it might be because I think they ran split zone. It was the tight end that came back. Our boy Raleek, there he is. They got him coming back blocking. He's going to be good. He just needs to stay patient. He didn't get the ball. Oh no, that's 16. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would like to see him run Raleek run power the way that Dye got there, because I think that Raleek scores on that first play.
Yeah, because he's fast.
Yeah.
I still don't think he's 100% though. I don't know for sure. You know what I mean?
But then again, with the way these two are running the ball, why are they coming off the field?
Right, like that. Boom.
Look at that.
Just run the ball, Lincoln.
They're going to show you the moves.
Run the ball.
For those two.
This was a game. This was a game, and I'm not taking anything from Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley has been doing a great job, but this was a game where you just run the ball till they can't stop you, right? Like, and then once there go Towel Man. That's Towel Man I've been talking about.
No, wait, go back. Let me see Towel. I saw it moving, but I wasn't watching.
Let's see.
The Towel Man, I love it.
The Towel Man, he's hype. Watch, after every big play, you'll see Towel Man. Woo. There he is. Towel Man, you see him?
I love it.
Every play.
He out there hype. Switch, nope. Drag. Ooh, right in the seam. They were waiting for that. He got that underneath.
So they stopped the pass, but they can't stop the run.
4, 5, 6. Outside. Wait a minute. Why? Okay, that's the play.
He should have gave it.
Isn't 79 supposed to be their left tackle?
Yeah, but I think the 72 got hurt. I think he's back, but I think they had to move some people around because of injury.
Okay.
Look at that. Still positive yards. 2 yards. 2 yards, and that wasn't there.
No, I guess it makes sense that they were.
Yeah, that wasn't there. Look, he still got 2.
Tight ends got to hold that block a little better than that. Tackle had that sealed off.
That's fine. I'll take that, right?
Hey, you know, every play doesn't score. You're right.
There it is. Because that's what happens next. That's what happens next. Travis died for Heisman. I'm off the Caleb Williams. I want to die for Heisman.
You're gonna have to find pay dirt a little bit more than once a week to get the Heisman.
Man, he's a big play waiting to happen consistently. Boom, cut back. There you go. The problem is he just can't get away from the fast guy scores.
Yeah. He would win the Heisman if he had Raleek Brown's speed.
Yes. There you go. What is that?
On a
the G scheme, and he missed. That's all right. Still a positive. If that says 2nd and 9, I'm good. I'll take a yard. 2nd and 9 on 19. They got 6 in the box, so it's going to be tough to run. But let's see. They throw it. That's a foul. He didn't.
Wait, did somebody leave early?
No, I thought he passed the line of scrimmage, but he didn't.
Well, I'm confused.
This is what I like about Caleb Williams, though. Look, watch. Run. But he's like, I don't know why he did that. He should have ran. We're going to be really critical of offense today.
Wow.
It seems like
right? I'm looking at this. I'm seeing mistakes. Jesus.
This is the one, I believe.
And you said he threw it? Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
I'm curious as how that played. And I was like, why is this over? The ref is going to be his lead blocker. He hits the ref. He got one guy to put a move on, maybe. And
well, at the end of the day, he only has to get to the ref and slide. You know what I mean? Like, he only has to get to the ref. Like, and the angle might not be what it is, but that is bad.
No, that's not the angle, brother. Because if you look at that, there's nobody in between the hashes.
I don't know why
between the hashes, but the ref.
That's true. So I don't know why he would even throw that.
Watch.
And this. I guess it's a gift and a curse because his eyes are downfield.
Watch this.
I guess he thought he was going to get open, but that should have been picked.
It should have been. And he wasn't open.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that decision. Mm-mm. That was not a good decision. Here comes edge pressure. Let's see if they pick it up. They pick it up. Barely. Yep. Forced a bad throw.
Bad throw. Oh, bad throw and missed his open receiver.
Yeah. He doesn't like pressure. And they showed that in Fresno State game. He doesn't like pressure.
I don't know why he had to. Why? Oh, you come on, bro.
Yeah, there it is again.
That was another bad decision. As soon as that linebacker committed, that ball should have been going to the running back. It should have already been thrown.
Yep, right? And he had all green grass in front of him.
Watching the linebacker come to him. Well, you got to be sharper than that, my G.
He could have baited him and just threw it over his head and just let Jones go.
Little touch. I mean, there's not Eric Gentry on that team.
Man, there's a block there. They're blocked.
Yep, and it's set up. You got a hat on a hat.
Even if he misses the block, all he has to do is make one man miss. He doesn't have to. Oh, that's bad. That's not what we're used to seeing, Caleb. And that was our boy Raleek. Raleek would have been gone.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been gone.
And the handoff, the fake button hook.
All right, so here's my deal. This is the start of the second quarter, and they haven't run the ball once. Run the ball. Run the ball, bro. Go to what works. Stop. He's not there. This is not his game. Let your running backs win this game for you. It's okay. Pass again.
It's right there.
There it is. Edge pressure.
Swing again. He's not picking up the blitz.
They're struggling on edge pressure, dude, and they're bringing it from edge pressure. He came straight up the middle.
Yeah. Okay. That's a big hoss right there. Big old boy.
Run the ball. You have 5 in the box. Run the ball. There's power.
Didn't get outside.
They gave it to Raleek. They run power with Raleek. Where did Travis like?
Okay, it was. He tried. That was his problem. You got to bounce the way they're blocking. The way that they're blocking power, you got to run. You got to take that outside, bro. That cutback wasn't there for you. Here comes the edge pressure.
And he missed. He missed it. Wait until you see it from the end zone. Oh, he missed it. He'll get better though. He's better than that. He missed it. Maybe not. Maybe not.
There's a man in the hole.
Yeah, there's a man in the hole. Okay. And he made the tackle. Okay.
Yep.
It is what it is.
Yeah, a good play by the defense.
Yeah.
They got some real interesting pass.
Brandon was open.
Here comes the wind.
Look. Look.
Yep.
He threw it late.
Nah. There's no excuses for that. He could have stopped, set his feet, and made a better throw. There was nobody near him. So what we're seeing is thus far as USC overcoming a poor performance from their top guy.
Well, yeah, and that happens. And then this is also, I don't care what you say, the defense won that game.
Yes, they did.
The defense won that game. Like, at the end of the day, the defense won that game. Let's see if we can get this right and I'm not butcher it this week. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports, contests, and events. We're first to market odds and lines. Find reviews and news for every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf. BetOnline continues to be the top online resource for all your sports information, from live in-game betting, props, and futures. Head to BetOnline today or use your mobile device to join and make your first bet. Use promo code BELIEVE50 to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. Pay the bill, and we're going to get back to this point. Alex Grinch, and I know you're not sold yet. You're not a believer. Alex Grinch's defense won the Trojans a football game.
They did.
4 picks, 2 touchdowns. That's the defense. They needed to stop. They got the stop, and they gave the ball back to their playmakers, which Caleb Williams performed on that final drive to get him down the field. But if that defense doesn't show up, we're not having this same show.
Nope.
If that defense doesn't show up, SC's ranked number 17 this week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I was like, would they still be 17? I was like, oh, Oregon State's pretty good. They might have got a break.
Yeah, like there's a lot to show. But let's dive into them. Let's see what they did, right? They weren't perfect, but they did enough.
Right. And that's
there you go. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to run the ball. That's Oregon State. And I love Oregon State's run game. I love their concept. I love the way they plan, and I hope they continue to get better, like I said earlier. There you go. That's outside zone with every single player on their team. Stop us. We're going to run it. You stop us, right? And I'm going to say this. I hate, and a lot of people do it, and I've seen it in the NFL a lot, but I hate bailing backers. I hate how they teach backers just to bail the fuck out of there, and there's no reason to. Like, my theory for linebackers is you play run and help with the pass, right? So just for you to bail out of there creates that big ass hole. A lot of people argue with me, and I like a lot of guys that coach, we talk about this all the time. But when you just bail haul ass out of there, that happens. There's no reason. There should be a backer there, right? Like, just sit there. Like, anything behind you should have help, but you should not leave 5 yards. I'm just saying. Here we go. That's false start. You got a little nervous, buddy.
You're gonna run. So here's my philosophy on the double A show. I'll say probably 7 times out of 10 when you show double A, you're bailing out. If you're going to show double A pressure, you need to bring it consistently, and not only that, but you need to bring it unexpectedly. If you watch them, they only bring it later in the downs.
Yeah, so they're predictable.
Yeah, and even the way that Oregon State brought their outside pressure, they brought it on pure passing downs a lot.
Yep, and third and long, you knew they were going to go edge pressure. Which, if I'm at DC, I'm calling edge pressure anyway. Like, they can't stop it, and you know what down to do it. Just stop it.
And I mean, and if I was the OC, we'd still be handing the ball off. That's just me, though.
I agree. So now,
is that a 4-man front finally?
Yeah. Look, we got enough. Look, and they just bailing, hauling ass. Like, just vacate in the middle. Like,
that was the defense with the 4, but so when I made that comment about, well, he was there in his zone and his hook to curl, but when I made that comment about I'm pleased with where they are, surprised even defensively, but still not ready to become a believer. This is why. Now, keep in mind, this is Oregon State.
Yeah.
So USC is destined for the Big Ten. They're destined for Penn State. They're destined for Michigan. They're destined for Ohio State. This level of defense is going to get them ran off the field.
Right. I will tell you this though. SC's record versus the Big Ten overall historically is very, very good. I will say that.
They have the so when you look at that, and this is forecasting and projecting down the road, just off of style, they play a different style of ball, and the way that your big time schools back east and in the Midwest play is predominantly based off the run first, run heavy, run some more, and then get you a team of track stars when everybody's so tired of getting pounded on that you throw it over their heads.
That should have been 5 right there. You see that? That should have been 5. That should have been 5. Which is fine. I'll take 4. There you go. Put them all in there. Put them all in there. Boom. If they're going to take a shot, and you know what? I'll accept this mistake. Even as a DC, I'll accept this mistake.
Yeah.
Because you got everybody up on the line. You're thinking run, you get beat. Yep. It is what it is. Can't knock the effort. He made the tackle. Hey, short memory kid, let's line up. Let's go. You're good. Good call.
Yeah, I was going to say just cross midfield. You know, it is what it is. There.
Yep. I love that. Technique, I love the effort and I love the 1-2. Technique is shit.
Ooh.
I will say that right there. That technique is shit. Because now we're getting into technique stuff. And I'm gonna pause it and we're gonna talk about this because that is bad.
Ooh.
That's bad.
So what he did was he tried to throw his body at the running back while avoiding the blocker?
No, I think he took the block on. Now, here's the deal, right? Right. So right now, from what I'm seeing, the angle he should be taking is that inside shoulder should be attacking that fullback's outside shoulder. Shoulder on shoulder. This dude is probably 230. This cat is 6'6", 200. This guy is physics ain't gonna work, right? Take half the body. You got Shane Lee right to the inside of you. You see that? So you got Shane Lee to the inside of you. Force the ball back to Shane Lee. Just do it, right?
So Bam. He is. So if he continues at his path with Shane Lee coming behind him the way that he is, the one thing is the lineman slides out.
That's fine.
I see what you're saying. Now his head is in the right spot, but his shoulder gets engulfed.
Now he's back to the inside, right? His head is right, but now he's back to the inside, and he's taking on full body. When you take on full body, you now create. Now, Tupu's doing a good job closing that down. That's a hell of a job. If you take on full body, right, say he's gone, you create 2 lanes. You'll create a lane up to the left and right of him, and the running back just goes off where the linebacker's head is, right? All he has to do is just close this, and Shane Lee's right here, and we got Williams here. Boom. It works. But I like the 1-2, but you throw your body at him, it closes it down, but at the end of the day, that could get you beat. That's not great. That's not great.
It was successful, but that's not a key to continuous success.
Correct. Now, the 1-2, the one to do it is great. The effort is great. The technique is bad.
Please don't do that again.
Correct.
Said, stick to the way coach taught you. Keep your head on the outside, engage the inside shoulder on his outside, and squeeze down.
There you go.
I thought
there you go.
I guess he caught himself when he fell.
Yeah. They got enough. When you have enough, you can't. Even when they escape. When you have enough, even when they escape, there's one more, right? There's always more. You can't block them all. Thanks, Alex. You're making my man feel. Alex, I'm telling you, each week you're making my man feel a believer. Just slowly do it. Slowly do it. Right? Churning the milk in the butter.
Not gonna become a believer until I see one of the big boys.
Well, in 2 weeks we got Utah, so we'll see.
And Utah will be the biggest boy that they fight, that they play, but Utah still ain't one of the big boys.
I don't know. Next week they play Washington State. Washington State is pretty good. You vacate the middle of the field and you just let people look at this crowd. SC doesn't travel well anymore. That's SC side over there. I think it's the band side, but SC used to travel way better than these. But look at Oregon State's crowd. They're rocking. Boom. Vacate the field. Oh, he fell. Okay. Yeah. Look at the crowd. Look at that. Yeah, they're ready.
That's a great crowd right there. And you don't have to be the home team to appreciate a great crowd.
Right.
Oh, you pulled up, my guy.
He did.
You pulled up, my guy. You got to be committed. He broke down, though. That's what he was expecting him to run. That's what that looked like.
Here we go. They got enough.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good job. I like that.
That's a good flow. I would have liked it for that pressure up the middle to get there, but that was a good flow.
Oh, that's a penalty. That's awful. That's all right. Empty from Oregon State. 1-on-1.
Ooh. Somebody got open. Yeah, never looks. Oh, he got open too. I think he had his receiver on the far right for 6, but I guess that was probably after he threw the ball.
Yeah. Okay, they got numbers. They expect run, you get run. Quarterback run, okay.
Yeah, Chance Nolan, he took his chances. Sometimes it worked out, sometimes it didn't.
It's not a bad call there. On a ways down, what is it? 1st and 9? Oh, that happened. Oh, they need a first down. There you go. Just make the play. Make the play.
Got a wrap.
That's getting excited to win. You shouldn't be excited to win. You should be excited to make the play. That's not expected to make the play. Like, come on, make that play.
Big boy, you wrap up them legs, nobody gets away. You go up high, you get thrown off, and he runs by you. Interesting. Let's slide on that.
There's nobody there.
No.
Oh, man, this is so frustrating. These dudes get paid all this money.
4 heads over there. Now there's 5 on top of the center.
But I'm talking – so that's what we just talked about, right? So go forth is taking you. All right, if you see number 12, right? Mm-hmm. Number 12, and you see that red helmet to the top, that's go forth, number 10. He's taking the ball on with his outside, which is forcing the ball outside. There's nobody outside. So turn it back. He needs to take that inside shoulder and attack 12's outside shoulder and make the ball go back to where the help is. When you spill it out, there's nobody there. And he walks in for a touchdown. Like, there's nobody there. You can't do that. What? That's frustrating. Perfect. So you see it from the top. So the linebacker, second.
Yeah, the second guy's got to make the tackle. First guy's got to stuff the fullback.
Well, I get what they're doing. They're going to set the edge because they have one less. So they're taking the linebacker at the top of the screen. He's going to set the edge. The second inside at the top of the screen, which is go for it, number 10, he has to force everything back, right? Because they're trying to set an edge. Hold on.
I don't think his play is the force as much as it is the fill, because he's in position to make the fill. He just didn't do it. But when you watch it, the linebacker steps up. He takes on the tight
right.
end.
He's good. He sets the edge. The edge is 10. He can't get outside.
Can you go back just a smidge? Because I'm trying to figure out if I saw Okay, now let's watch the middle linebacker. slides over, and then he gets caught. Somehow he gets caught up on the inside.
He gets caught in the wash.
Yeah, he gets caught in the wash and doesn't make the scrape. He's in position to make that because he's right in front of the goalpost.
Right. So when I call defense, the way I thought it was 27, right? He's going to set it because they have a tight end.
Right.
Go for it, which is 10. He's forcing everything back. He's going to force everything back to Shane Lee. He's going to force everything back to 15. Everything has to go back. He has no help outside unless it goes out to him, right? But he's engaged with that tight end, so he doesn't have that help. There's a corner out there, but he has a receiver. So as it comes, right? It comes, boom. That has to look, he's there. He's good position. He's arm extended. He got the inside foot, right? He has to take everything back. It has to go back. So everybody could come over the top and make the play. But when you make it go outside, there's nobody out there. Touchdown.
Got to slide with the tight end, especially in a goal line situation. Cannot let the numbers outwork you on the edges in short yardage situations. Can't do that.
I mean, it's just I don't know. I can't say their coaches to do it because we're not at their practices. So I'm just saying, like, technique wise, that's not great. Like, at least they're there now. You know what I mean? And I think they played the run better than expected, but they still have a ways to go, in my opinion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Their lead back, 84 yards on 12 carries.
Mm-hmm.
Their second back, 29 yards on 11 carries. I'm good with that. They played the run very well. We don't have enough time to, like, sit here and watch the whole game. That takes 3 hours, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, like, they're getting progressively better. And we're not, you know what I mean? We just expect the best, I guess you could say. And we only want the best. So
I want I've been pleasantly surprised with what I've been getting. I've been encouraged, and as we said, this is going to be a series of tests week by week, and in every week I'm looking for something different. You show me what you can do in this situation. You show me what you can do in that situation. You show me that you can overcome your number one guy having a bad game. You didn't wilt under adversity on the road in a hostile crowd, and you've beaten competition that has gotten progressively better.
I agree, no doubt. So we got the Sun Devils. I'm gonna say this, and I don't care. I hope USC puts 80.
Smokes them.
I hope I don't respect Arizona State staff.
Nope.
I don't respect them at all. They're lousy. And I get what Herm did. Herm went and hired a bunch of brothers and things like that. But, like, the problem with Herm is, like, you just disregarded the rules. And as hard as it is to be a black coach, you just made it harder because now they don't trust you. Now there's stories coming out talking about coaches were telling, like, other teams' plays and things like that. I hope they put 80 on them. But let's get this rolling because we got to get going here. That's just my little rant. I'm sorry about that.
Since we're talking about Arizona State, that is some absolute bullshit. Said, how do you call yourself a coach giving information to the other team? Said, what? No matter what type of vendetta you had against Herm, what does that do to your kids?
Nothing. Just try to get a fire. But why would I hire you now? I don't trust you.
Yeah, you are setting up your own team to fail and setting up kids to fail. That's what you're doing.
Right. I agree. See, I like this, though. What is that? 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's 7.
They got Arizona State has 8. If you look to the left, there's one more guy.
Oh, yeah. Right. Well, he's a safety. He's 7 off, but I guess technically that's still in it.
Pick that ball off, man.
I want that, son.
That's effort.
Yeah, you got to want that over there with your cement shoes on. There's my guy Cam Rising right here.
Oh, wow. I like that. Hey, if Arizona State is good, that environment gets tough too. That's a tough place to play, but they have to be good. Oh, there goes the trickery. He's wide open. Touchdown, Utes. Oh.
So how hot is it out there? Are they in Tempe or is that Arizona?
They're in Tempe, yeah. Arizona State's in Tempe. So when Erickson was there, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. 3 people touch it. They're just out there lost. He's wide open. So when Dennis Erickson was there, Dennis Erickson made them play at 12 noon. If you wanted to come see them, you had to come at 12 noon.
Woo. Biggest advantage.
Yep.
Biggest advantage. That you might kill people. It's an advantage. It's like playing in the snow. Green Bay in the blizzard.
Yep. I like that they take care of the box though, which would be they're going to take care of the box against SC because SC can run the ball, but their secondary isn't great. They gave them 2 of 5 rushing last week, but the running back had Thomas had 60, Glover had 48, Jackson had 31, Rising had 27, Bernard had 28, Dixon had 31. So it was a total 2 of 5, but longest was 28. So they're they gave up one big one. They're not that bad up front. Let's see, longest pass was 72 yards that they gave up. So this right here is going to be the recovery game for our man Caleb Williams.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean their secondary is not that great.
No, they don't appear to be that great. But is he going to play better? Is really the real. I expect him to. Certainly expect him to. But
yeah.
I think more than anything, this is going to be this is going to be more of a test for the offensive line. Said how well is the offensive line going to hold up in pass protection? Said undoubtedly Arizona seeing the tape on the last couple of weeks and seeing what they may be able to do in terms of, as you said, outside pressure, timely blitzes, disrupting rhythms, and see what exactly it is that they can do to make Williams' life a lot more hectic.
I can agree because you have to create chaos, right, for good quarterbacks. And Oregon State created chaos last week. Fresno State created some chaos. So the thing about it is, even though if you create chaos, I don't think the DBs are able to cover our receivers. So even if you create chaos, they'll be open so fast that they'll score. But like you said, this is a test just to show, like, all right, we had a bad week, and we're due to a bad week, so we'll make it happen, right? So, I mean, that's how I feel about it. I just want to let you guys know BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports, contests, and events with first-to-market odds and lines. Find reviews and news for every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf. BetOnline continues to be the top online resource for all your sports information, from live in-game betting, props, and futures. Head to BetOnline today or use your mobile device to join today and make your first sports bet. Use our promo code BELIEVE50 to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. All right, let's get to these guys on offense here. They had 6 yards rushing last week.
Boy, that's not going to beat SC. Not going to get it done. Now that could also be a testament to Utah's defense.
Yeah, well, they're 1-3. They lost to Eastern Michigan. That's what got them fired. The only team they beat was Northern Arizona, which Northern Arizona is a conference below.
FCS, right?
Yeah. Against Eastern Michigan ran for 305 on them. Seth Evans had 36 carries for 258. So Travis Dye and Austin Jones, welcome to the show. They ran for 127 on Eastern Michigan, but they only threw for 182. So they're not consistent. It looks like. Let's see Oklahoma State. Oh, they're not consistent with what goes on. They were Valladay. Okay, so Valladay must be hurt because Valladay ran for 118 on Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State ran for 197. Arizona State for 223, which is not great. So I don't think Valladay played last week, which might be a key factor. He did play. He only had 8 rushes for 30 yards. So Utah defense is pretty good. That's what we're going to go with. Because 6 yards is not the business. So Valladay might have a night. But all we need is a stop when we need to get a stop. Right?
At some point, they're going to have to throw the football. And if we get out early, they'll have to throw the football often. And as you can see, they don't be very strong at that.
Yeah, so it looks like their pass game to me on both sides is not great.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 on 5, hat on hat, or did the?
Oh, that's a tackle. I thought that was a tight end. They got a hat for a hat. That's 6 on 5 right there.
Or 6 on 5 right here. Well, one of them doesn't come, so it's 5 on 5. Here he steps up right here. The other 2 bail. Yeah, the tight end comes. So now we're 6 on 5. There's 5 up. Those. Here comes 6 with the contain. Holds the ball.
So my issue is I'm worried how worried he's going to be about throwing the ball to SC. Like just getting interceptions because boom, boom, boom. That's not good. That's not good for a Division I quarterback, man.
Utah is the game I got circled on my calendar.
Bunch tight. They just went after him. Jeez. If you're SC's D-line right now, what are you doing? I'm just like, ooh, feast. This is like we get to go to the Sizzler.
Tui should have a big day.
Especially with the movement that Alex Grinch likes to do. This works. You know what I mean?
Right.
All that movement. Yeah, all that movement stuff.
All right, so let's see. It chooses when he bailed. No, he's bailed off of a read.
Oh, that's big time right there. That's how you set an edge. All right, let's look. They have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they got 7. They got one more.
7 on 6.
I think 8 sets the edge.
So now they do still have the advantage with 3 to the right.
Look, 8 sets the edge. Look at that. 8 sets the edge, which is to the right, to the very right of the screen. 8 sets the edge.
Now, I want to take this opportunity to say to circle back to what we were saying about our defense. And if you look at, I wish that I could point or use a clicker, but if you look at that guard, the defender has got his outside shoulder. He's got his foot planted. He's getting low, and he's squeezing it.
Yep.
That is the prop. That is how you fill a gap. Look, he sees it. He's crossing his feet, and he's already lost.
Yep. Now the key is now he has to go back in. Everything's forced back.
The defense got in this man's head early. And shook his cage and continued shaking it. I can already tell. He's staring down a guy who's not open. And
we picked that. We picked that one.
Going the other way.
He's gonna try to run again. He's checking in the runs. It looks like he may pass it though. Yeah, I knew it was a pass. He tried to run the wheel. They cover the wheel. All right, you can have it. He holds the ball for so long. He held the ball so long for an under route. You see that? he got smacked. That is a feast for a D line.
He still got what, 20 off of that?
Yeah,
holding the ball. I mean, the rest of it wasn't looking too hot. So I mean, he did what he had to do. Yeah, that defense. Oh, there we go. His backside, but he's already under duress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their route concept, their route tree is not sustainable due to the amount of pocket time he doesn't have.
Correct. So they got to get it out now. They're trying to get it out now and just take what you did.
They're not beating their men. Not fast enough.
They got 6. They got 6. Arizona State has 6. Utah has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They got one more. They got 7. 8's in the box. 8's gonna set the edge. Watch.
On the right side?
On the left side.
On the left side? Okay, I see. Yeah.
He's gonna set it up. Nope, he got his shit beat in, but that's a good job. I'll take that all day. So what I see is here. This could be a trap game. I want to tell you why. Because a program is coming in that's just complete chaos right now. How serious do you take them? But on the other hand, you have to think about this. We just played an abysmal performance on offense, and we're supposed to have a high power offense, and we only scored 17. Right? We went from averaging 40 points a game, and we just scored 17. We have a statement to make. We're back in front of our home crowd. We're back in front of our fans. People are starting to doubt us now. Like, we knew that was the SC. You starting to get the overrated chant a little bit. What do you do and how do you come back? And what statement do you make? That's my question. Like, who are you now? I respect you for handling adversity, but who are you now? Show me who you are. Step up, play, show me who you are.
And you think this is a trap game?
It can be. Yeah.
I would venture to say this is a trap game for Arizona State because Arizona, the giant is awakened. The beast barely escaped. And Caleb Williams is not going to play that bad 2 games in a row.
And I'm from Missouri. Show me. That's all I'm saying. Like show me. Like, is Arizona State gonna get the ass whooping they deserve? Or or is Arizona State gonna come in and still a win?
Nope.
Hey, show me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's where I am. Definitely. Hey man, Phil, has been great. Thank you for hanging with me. We got a lot done in a short amount of time. Always appreciate you. Hey, check us out. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Hey, we love your comments. If you got questions, go ahead and leave some questions. We'll try to get to answer them. I love all your comments that the people are following us, man. Phil, we actually get a lot of comments. Go check out the stuff on YouTube. People we're doing good. Just tell your friends. As always, this is the Bet Online USC Salute to Choice podcast. Live free, fight on.